Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Between our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go! 10-2 stop. Tight right. Hey, we are. Let's go.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And right away, he lost the football. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side, complete. It's Gonzalez. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Lamar Jackson taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Ray Guy now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now Sanders.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Visitors, nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw is Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Caught by Allen. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
He can't hang.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That one complete to Okoye. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run. This is Allen. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Steve Young.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And another negative play there as they stop him again. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Alert. Go.
Young on 3rd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Another run with Sanders. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, Young. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Young with the give to Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Steve Young. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action now. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's at least.
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch, It's third down.
I'm coming after you. Get it.
Third down, Young from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Here's Ray Guy now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And Sanders now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Young will set to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Deion Sanders on the
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And
that's caught inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us. Ready? 70 Indians.
One last shot for Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about it.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on E.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Everybody. Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Broken tackle. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Yeah, baby.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Miller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Cunningham setting up the screen for Miller. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Cunningham. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's going to be a long day.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Underneath for Miller. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. 60 out low. Check right. Out. Right slow. Travel.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The throw complete here to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports.
Double up.
On first down, Allen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run the draw play, Allen, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 27 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Cunningham. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cunningham to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor? That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, 46 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think...
And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! Marcus Allen taking it in. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
A play fake. Now Cunningham going deep here for Stills. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Cunningham. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we've hit intermission. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
52-yard attempt.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And then Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's another Eagles first down.
You can't block me.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
Check the outs out there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cunningham looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, Cunningham, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now Cunningham. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
3rd and 7.
On third down, Cunningham. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. Here's Cunningham, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Cunningham looking to throw, and it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. To throw is Jackson. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mean Joe Green in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Dumps it complete to Miller. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Get ready, get ready.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They stay on the ground with Allen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and